Welcome to the show with Mike and T-Roy. T, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm okay for Monday, I suppose.
Yeah, a little cold.
Hey, you gotta fucking tell me. I was outside in it all day.
Yeah.
This was day one of long johns and my bibs.
Bibs?
Yeah, Carhartt, like Arctic gear.
Ah. Mm-hmm. Not like the thing you don't want to spill food on?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay. Yeah.
No. The cold
Red
weather
Lobster
gear.
bibs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like overalls, basically, but like thermal lined.
Yeah. It's cold down here right now. I've been kind of cold all day.
Yeah?
Even in the house. Yeah.
Aw.
I don't mean to.
Tell me how again.
I hate doing that to you, but I'm just being honest. It's like, God, it's been cold.
If there's only a way you could make it warmer.
Well, it seems like, upstairs is warm.
Yeah, that's the problem with the tri-level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Seems
Heat
worse.
rises.
Yeah.
That's the way that works.
Yeah. So it's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
It's cold down here.
Yeah, we gotta get these baseboard heaters fired up.
I think one of them works, maybe.
Yeah, we'll take care of it.
Yeah, you think we can?
I know a guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's up your alley. I know Graybo looked at it at one point, took him for a while, and I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
We'll handle it.
Yeah. That'd be great. That'd be nice to have those down
we need
here.
to be toasty down here for
Yeah,
winter.
right?
I want to dread coming down here.
Yeah, exactly. We're not Letterman. We don't want to have that ice box for a studio. Nah,
I got
it's
my
not our
slippers
style.
on and everything.
Yeah. Are you wearing sweatpants, son of a bitch?
Of course.
Good boy. God,
Gray,
I'm
gray
jealous.
ones too. Don't be jealous.
I'm in jeans, so
My comfy pants.
yeah, it's the only way to do it. A lot of TV people do that where they wear the suit and tie just up top, and then they're nude. They're Winnie the Pooh in it down below.
Yeah.
Or
I would be Winnie the Pooh if I could get away with it, but
you can. I'll just avert my gaze.
fair enough.
If you want to.
Well, the problem, I come home from
used to
work.
it, T.
Yeah, I got to strip off all my shit, all my layers, all my clothes, my long johns, everything.
Yeah.
And then what? I'm gonna put like jeans on?
Jeans on?
Fuck
Nah.
no, man.
Nah. Doesn't
I'm
work.
home. Sweatpants
What
and
was the
slippers.
when I was gone? What do you think the percentage of time you spent in the nude was?
Never. Never.
You're a lying son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, never. I mean, only in the shower.
Were you Winnie the Pooh in it around this fucking place just round the clock? I imagine you were.
No,
And
God,
I don't
no.
care.
No, absolutely not.
All right.
We'll see. You're going to be gone again in a couple weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take better count this time.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to put cameras up in here, see what you're all about.
I wouldn't. I advise against it, but you do you, sir.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Lot to get to today. We were supposed to do a DFAST show before doing TDC. We talked about doing one Friday, and then Greg and I discussed. We're like, let's do it Monday after the Lions' big win. And
Yeah.
you can eat a little crow and apologize for being
Sure.
such a hater.
Yeah, he's got to be back on the bandwagon now after
Oh
that
yeah, absolutely.
throttling
It's not a playoff win like he wants,
juggernaut
but
of Chicago Bears.
on the road is the key.
Yep.
They won a game on the road. We'll take that. It's a start. You got baby steps.
I agree. I
So-
agree. Just fucking up that draft pick.
Hey, as long as the Rams keep sucking dicks, dude, we're good.
Imagine
We're
if the
good.
Rams end up with the number one pick and we're the ones at like 15.
Hey, as long as one of those two teams colossally fails down the road,
Yeah. I mean,
who
could you-
cares?
Yeah. Could you imagine having two in the top 10 though?
I mean, amazing. I wonder if the Lions, if they got down, say the Rams pick was going to be a top 5, right? That pick we get from the Rams was going to be a top 5 pick or even a top 10. And the Lions get down to the last game of the year, and I don't even know who they're playing.
Green Bay generally.
Yeah, a lot of times it's Green Bay. I don't know if it is this year. But if they get down to that last game and it's like, lose this game and you get a top 10 pick,
Won't make any difference.
win
they've
this
shown
game,
that historically.
and
that
you
it makes
drop
no
to
difference.
24.
It makes no difference. They'll go out and fuck it up. And
That
win
would be
game.
malicious.
They would go out and win that game.
They should be sued for that.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have 4 wins or whatever they got now. 3 wins that they have now.
I know. You and I were talking about it during the game last night. I was like, you know what? I understand where you're coming from, T. I want them to win, though. Get that monkey off the back with the whole can't win on the road ever. And Dan Campbell's 0 whatever he is on the road
Yep.
with the Lions. Like, get that off their back. And then if they want to lose out, play competitive ball. That's cool. And if it all comes down to that and we end up going from pick 9 to pick 30, you can point back, Troy, and rub it in my face.
Sure.
That, hey, remember that bullshit game that you wanted to win
Yeah.
so they could get the monkey off their back in fucking November? How you feel about that now?
Well, what we looked at yesterday, there's 8 or 10 teams right now with like 3 or less wins.
Yeah.
In the league. So
And they're all basically in the NFC. I mean, when you look at the AFC, the Bills lost to the Vikings yesterday. Should have never lost, but they did.
well, no, that AFC Tampa's division. Tampa's winning the division at 5-5.
Right.
So everybody's sub 500 there.
But you look at the AFC, they're right. Some people are writing off the Buffalo Bills at 6-3. They're now a 6 seed and in 3rd place in their division. If that tells you anything about the balance of the NFL right now, Niners are what 5-5, 5-4, and half game out, and like you said, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I mean it's really
division.
surprising too. I mean the Tampa Bays, are down this year. Even your division, I mean, which is historically, or at least in recent history, been the best division in football, really, top to bottom, depth wise.
Yeah,
hard to argue, but
you're talking Seahawks, Cardinals, Rams, Niners.
Yeah, and Cardinals and Rams. Somebody had to lose that game.
Yeah,
somebody had to win that game actually.
Right.
But
Cardinals and Rams look terrible.
Yeah, I'm glad it was both backup quarterbacks. A battle of the backups.
Hey, dude, if it had to go one way or the other,
absolutely.
Rams lose. That's all we want. Rams lose. We joked about it in the offseason. Can you imagine how, it sucks. It's going to be picked 30 or 31 or 32. Like, that was the attitude. It's like,
they have a better draft pick than the Lions do right now. Right now, the Rams draft pick is a better draft pick than the Lions.
Yeah. Dude,
that's
the
amazing.
Graphic this morning showing the playoff picture in each division, the Lions are now back in the hunt.
I believe it, yeah.
With 3 wins.
Exactly. That NFC with the wild card, the way it is.
What are they, 3-6?
Something
like that. Mm-hmm. So, they're back in the hunt.
Good for them.
Wow.
Well, because, I mean, you always are until it's, mathematically eliminated.
Yeah, but they haven't had them in the hunt with 2 wins or 1 win. But now, who knows?
Yeah, they're 3-6. Vikings are 8-1. That was a big win against Buffalo yesterday.
Should have never won that game. What a crazy
Packers
ass
4-6, Lions 3-6, Bears 3-7. That's good. I'm glad they gave them an L.
Yeah, at home too. Mm-hmm. At home. Like I was saying, we were going to do a DFast show today. We've pushed that to tomorrow because of the shooting at Virginia.
Yeah.
University of Virginia. 3 football players were murdered yesterday.
Yeah.
Coming back from, I think, a play.
Something like a field trip to DC or something like that. Which I was associated with a high school thing, but okay.
Yeah, and I've got a little bit on this story, and for those that don't know or haven't been paying attention, Greg Henson is the programmer currently down at what's the station? But it's in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah, forget the call letters.
Yeah, but
just for the record, there's 11 teams with 3 wins or less.
Yeah,
in the entire NFL right now.
Yeah,
it's 11 teams.
Yeah, week 10. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. So anyway, as the program director at a station in Virginia, you can imagine what happens when breaking news happens. And so he's like,
dude, bit occupied.
Yeah, he's like, I am fucking buried with this. I was like, well, no, this is almost a blessing in disguise because there's not a ton of details out right now.
Yeah.
And, having you on tomorrow, being in the area, having access that you'll be able to give us some good insight tomorrow on what's going on. And he and I briefly spoke about it. And he's like, there's something going on here. And, I said, my gut immediately went homo-related or bullying-related.
Yeah.
And I don't know which. But it looks like it's all football team related, and who knows? But 3 UV, I don't know what this does for their season going forward. Honestly,
yeah, that's tough. I don't think they're.
Can you rally? Can you rally around your
I don't.
teammates?
I mean, fortunately this happened on a Monday,
Sunday night.
It was last night.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. News broke today, but
right.
So you got almost a whole week to get this behind you and get on the field again.
It's probably what they're thinking.
Game. Why wouldn't they be?
I see some fancy helmet stickers in their future.
Oh, yeah.
I see families on the field.
Of course.
Soon. Mm-hmm. And I see a whole lot of people talking about guns.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Anything
you're definitely going to spark that conversation.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So 3 U of Virginia football players were shot dead last night by a former player who opened fire on a field trip bus, killing 3, injuring 2 before going on the run. Christopher Jones is his name. He's 22. Shot into the bus around 10:15 last night, killing 3. Remains unclear if he was among passengers on the bus or if he was just kind of waiting and stalking them as they pulled up and returned.
Yeah, because he wasn't on the right. But this was a school trip, not a team trip. Is this what it was? Because he wasn't on the team, so he wouldn't have been traveling with a team.
Well,
so I think this was something just school related.
he was a former player that shot current players.
Correct. Yeah, he was not on the team anymore.
Right.
Hadn't played in over a year or something like that. Hadn't been with the team. I don't know exactly why. If he just.
So I don't know if it was football. It says the students had all been in D.C. attending a play as part of a field trip. So I don't know if that means like the football team went or if it was a class thing. And a lot of these guys take the same elective classes. You know, there's certain electives that are
of course
easier than others. And a lot of these guys tend to take the same classes. So I don't know which it was, but, you know, having 3 of them on the bus, or 5 of them really on the bus at the same time.
Right.
Deshaun Perry, a linebacker who did play Saturday, was killed, as was wide receiver Lavelle Davis and Devin Chandler. Dontavion Wicks and Mike Hollins were injured but survived. Jones was taken into custody this morning about 12 hours after the crime. Virginia's main campus was locked down on Monday while law enforcement conducted a complete search. The president, James E. Ryan, confirmed the casualties in a message to the community at around 4 a.m. His motive's not known. UVA sophomore M. Gunter, who's 19. Sounds kind of hot, right?
M. Gunter? Mm-hmm. Okay. What, M? Like the
EM. Yeah.
Oh, but maybe it's a manual.
No. She.
Okay.
I mean, unless she's trans, which very well could be.
Okay.
Was in her dorm when she heard 6 shots ring out. She said that she was living in South Virginia in 2007, where the Vatek mass shooting took place and remains in people's minds. That dude had a hell of a kill count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some numbers.
I mean, we're talking about Sung Hui Chu.
Yeah.
He killed 32 and injured 17 more.
Yeah, that's.
I remember that morning breaking that news. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those
and then
were
he
good
turned
numbers.
the gun on himself. Yeah, strong kill count though.
Yeah,
he used 2 semi-automatic pistols in the mass shootings. A couple police officers were killed.
Was this on the bus when this happened?
I think he shot into the bus. Yeah.
But he shot into the bus from off the bus.
They don't know if he was on the bus or outside when they arrived.
Okay.
He shot into the bus, but they don't know if it came from inside into the bus. So we don't know yet. But I'm looking forward to talking to Henson tomorrow because if I know anything about him,
he'll know.
He'll get
he'll get some answers.
Yeah, figure out what's going on, figure out what the rumors are. But yeah, what a terrible story.
It's sad. It always is. Violence is never the answer.
You're never going to eliminate the guns in the country, though.
No,
you're just not.
No, you're not. And
so we're going to have this fight and argument, and
no,
it's
because
pin left versus right again, and
it's definitely makes it easier for someone to do the things they want to do. But if they really want to do the things they want to do, there's lots of ways to be able to do it.
Well, you could live in China, live under their rule. There's give and take with both.
Yeah.
Is
a university a school free or a gun free zone?
Absolutely.
I didn't know if universities qualified as that. I know schools
I think so.
do, but.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is really weird, like how could this guy possibly shoot?
He didn't get the memo.
At someone on a school if it's a gun-free zone. I don't know. I've been racking my brain about that for years because we've seen that all too many times where it's like, hold on, wait a minute, this is a gun-free zone.
Yeah.
How did you get into how did you come up to an elementary school and start opening fire? Did you not see the sign on the door?
Perhaps he can't read.
Yeah, that could be.
We have to do the pictures with the circle and the slash around the gun.
I'm pretty sure they've done that in some places.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
if you don't see it, if it's not marked all over, how are these gunmen to know?
Yeah,
what's a soft target?
Got to have it every 10 feet.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Circle slash is good.
There's a sign over there, but I didn't see that.
Yeah.
How was I supposed to know?
And the circle slash is a good idea for some of these clowns that can't read. That's a great idea because everybody universally understands the circle slash.
Yeah. Or just have it in 15 different languages.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming Mr. Jones spoke English.
Probably. I wasn't saying that he didn't, but
yeah. I'm saying
instance, in the universities, though, they're pretty diverse.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it,
I think they already have that.
Probably.
Yeah.
But in no guns, with the no gun signs.
That I don't know.
Right.
Wanted to mention radiofor1.com. Holidays are upon us. T-shirts, tank tops, sweatshirts, all available. Amazon link, Amazon Canada. Go. I know you guys are shopping away there. Please think of us. Just click on the Amazon link or the Groupon link or the MyPillow link. Use promo code TDC, obviously, for MyPillow. You can link to our Patreon page there. We did some more exclusive content this weekend, which I thought was good.
Of course.
And so, yeah, that's where you get it.
That's where it's at.
Radio41.com. On to other things in the news. We're still counting votes in Arizona.
Come on.
I swear to God.
I mean, listen, I could have drove there and counted these fucking votes by myself.
I know.
I literally believe that I could have driven there and counted these votes by myself by now.
Maybe they keep counting and they get to like 10,463, and then they're like, wait a minute, was it 462 or 463? And then they have to start over.
Maybe.
You know,
there's one guy that's like 45, 17, 39. Fuck. Damn it, John.
Yeah. There's always a dick in the group. I don't like Maricopa County's attitude. Got to be honest with you.
Well, they're a little flippant about it, or what are they doing?
A little asshole-ish about it, I'd say. Flip it, you could say. I'd say asshole-ish.
Sure.
You know, it should say something when you were one of 2 states in the entire nation that can't get this shit together year after year.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's...
And it's not like there aren't other states who have figured this out where you can go, hey, Florida, would you mind, on our dime, it'll cost $1,000 in round-trip flights and, you know, hotel rooms, whatever, but can you send one of your guys down here to show us how to do this shit?
Yeah.
You know, so we can not hold the country hostage for a week, 2 weeks, a month. God only knows. You know, they're talking about
93% still.
93%. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Pathetic. And, you know, there's questions, and they're like, oh, how dare you question?
Wait a minute.
If anything.
Wait a minute.
What?
I'm looking at some results here. But before we go jumping down Arizona's throat, too bad.
Nevada?
No. Nevada's at overall 98%. Okay. So they're right in there. There are districts in California.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
61%, 53%, 67%. What are we doing? First of all, I don't understand. So is everything at that? They're all the same ballots.
Yeah.
So how in the world, A, are they different numbers?
What do you mean, percentages?
Well, yeah, like, I don't know. So how, they already know who the governor is, right? Mm-hmm. Newsom, I assume, won again. I didn't pay any attention, but.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's done. Mm-hmm. That's over.
Yep.
In fact, let me see.
Yeah, there's a bunch of district-wide.
But so how is that? I mean, so that's got to be 90+% counted, right? So how in the world is that?
Not necessarily, because they know where these are coming from, and so they can make that guesstimate based on historically. If you go to Compton and you've got 50,000 ballots outstanding from Compton, it's a pretty safe bet they're going 90% or 80% for the Dems. And so based on the counties left and where they are, they can go, okay, we might only have 20% of the vote in, but we know with the outstanding counties, it's gonna go this way.
Oh no, I guess. Well, yeah. Wow. Okay. So Gavin Newsom wins, right? I get calling it, but we're banging on Arizona for having 60 or 93%. California's at 65% reporting
for certain area or the state.
That's for the governor. They're calling it. It says Gavin Newsom wins, 65% reporting.
Yeah.
Now I know that's not going to change. I understand that, but they're only at 65%.
Yeah.
So they're worse than Arizona.
Yeah.
I mean, they got 10 times the population, probably more. But
yeah, but so does Florida.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Florida got it done in 5 hours. You know what I mean? They just did. Officials in Maricopa County still counting votes from last Tuesday. The results of several races still hang in the balance, but they took a few minutes on Saturday to lash out at everyone from the voters and the candidates to bots and disinformation super spreaders. It's an easy way to eliminate that. Do you notice, Maricopa County, that nobody else is needs to defend themselves from information bots across the country?
Yep.
You notice it's just you that has to do that? Why would that be? Why would that be? accuse us of slow rolling things. How dare you? I don't know, because it's been a fucking week and the rest of the country got their shit together a week ago. That's one reason. The Twitter thread essentially informed everyone that every vote would be counted, maybe even multiple times. Who knows? And then announced when the count was determined to be accurate, and not a second before. Disinformation super spreaders, please read Arizona election law and the election procedures manual before asking leading questions about how something seems suspicious. There are processes and checks and balances in place to make sure every legal vote is only counted once. Social media bots, your disapproval is duly noted, but your upvotes and retweets will not be part of this year's totals. This is not meant as an affront to your robot overlords. It's just not allowed for in Arizona law. Not everyone's buying that story. One critic tweeted, Maricopa County is using words like disinformation super spreaders and calling everyone who challenges them bots. This is textbook partisan language from people who are in a position that requires neutrality. And the other thing that people take issue with is Arizona Democrat gubernatorial candidate Katie Hobbs, who is in that race with Kari Lake.
Correct.
And it's a nail biter. I mean, it's as tight as can be. She's the sitting secretary of the state, Katie Hobbs is. So she's in charge of the election and top election officials. They asked her over a year ago to take a knee on this, recuse yourself. She's like, absolutely not. I have a job to do. It's like, yeah, but for transparency purposes, it'd be nice to.
Yeah, but every Secretary of State is in charge of voting. I mean, that's in every state.
Right, but now she's running for governor.
Okay.
And so.
Well, yeah, but my point, though, is that you're, even as running for Secretary of State, you're in charge of that as the incumbent.
Yeah.
So how do you don't recluse yourself from that?
I don't know. It's probably different in varying states because they all make their own laws. But when there's shenanigans abound, and there's talk of like these drop boxes that came in after the fact 2 days later.
Oh,
hey,
boy.
what do you know? We found 50,000 votes, and whoever it was, I can't remember what his name was, but was complaining like the word is out of those that they're so inept and so clueless that these boxes have been mixed up in possibly what's already been counted or what has, so things possibly were double, which is why they're making the point like every vote will only be counted once. And it's like, well, I don't know what to tell you, man. You have slow rolled this for over a week now.
Yeah.
And, it just doesn't give people great confidence in your system.
Not at all. I mean, and maybe they're the only ones that are going to get it truly right, but somehow I doubt that.
Yeah. But we can't have this every year. We didn't deal with this when we were kids.
No, not at all.
At all, ever, never.
Numbers were changing as I'm watching Katie Hobbs, Kari Lake.
Oh, is Katie dropped off up more box.
Now? No, 50.5% for Katie Hobbs to 49.5% for Kari Lake.
Isn't that what it's been? I mean, unless it's gone up and down.
Yeah, well, no,
I suppose it
did. The percentage didn't change, but the numbers did. But you're only talking about let's see, what is that? Like 30,000 to 25,000 votes.
Okay.
It separates them at 93%.
Kari Lake's argument is of the hundreds of thousands of remaining votes, they're from same-day voting and heavily Republican areas. So that's what they're hanging on. I'm getting really tired of politicians going on TV and guaranteeing with 100% certainty we're going to win this race, that race, this race. We're going to take over the Senate and the House. And 2 days later, wah, wah. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. So, I just wish these people could do it without us having to mistrust it all. It has too many.
Yeah, some transparency would be fantastic. I feel like, but that goes away from the whole election process. It's not lost on me that it's a secret ballot in a way.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't matter, but you have to declare your allegiance these days.
Yeah. Right.
But it.
I want the Dems to win all these races.
Okay.
I do, and I'm not even joking. My worst fear is Republicans at a minimum take the House. They're not going to have the Senate, but they take the House, which all arrows are pointing to. And then they're able to stop some of the fucking
nonsense.
craziness that's going on. And this country just might need 2 years of straight. You all are in
Shit
fucking
show.
charge.
Yeah, here you go.
You're in charge. You've been in charge now.
This is what you voted for.
4 fucking years, and this is what you've delivered on. All you've delivered on is I'm not Trump. So, part of me goes, is it for the best in the long run? Let the Dems win and have all the fucking control in the world for another 2 years.
Yeah, well, sad part is that they'll probably still hold up in 2 years.
Maybe.
Not Trump.
Yeah, and which is why Trump, for the betterment of the country, needs to just bail.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah,
and I think that's what most people think and believe.
Yeah.
That's not going to pan out that way at all.
Wasn't he supposed to give some announcement today?
I thought, yeah.
Or no, tomorrow, Tuesday.
Was it Tuesday? I thought it was today. Maybe it's tomorrow.
Tuesday. We'll see. I mean, it seems pointless to announce you're running for president.
Well,
I mean, they haven't even finished these. We don't even know who won these things. Like, it made sense, I guess, if you wanted to get through the midterms. You thought it was going to be a fucking ass kicking, and everyone Trump sponsored was going to win outright in a blowout. It didn't happen, man.
no, I think it's a preemptive strike on his part to try and knock some low hanging fruit off the tree.
You think?
To try and clear the path.
Get
to
the young
guys
kids out of the way.
The guys that, like the little Marco Rubio, guys like that just like, all right, I'm not doing that again. Fuck
See,
that.
Rubio's not, like, Rubio's smart enough to know DeSantis is your guy.
Absolutely. I know, but I mean, you still got to have more than, I mean, you're going to go through the whole process. There's going to be all the people that throw their hat in the ring.
Oh,
the
what
Mike
a nightmare.
Pences of the world.
What a nightmare it'll be if Trump tomorrow announces he's running in 24.
I think he will, and I think that's the point of it. I think that he wants to just try and get out in front of it before other people announce it and make them think about their move.
As unfair as it may be, it's a losing proposition. It just is. There's too many people.
Said it all along.
Yeah, he's Satan. He's Hitler. He's a Nazi. All those things that he's obviously not. But just say them over and over and over. Those people are that believe that, really fucking believe it. He's worse than Hitler.
He apparently did nothing positive while he was in office.
No.
Nothing good came of that term.
No.
That term.
No. I mean, CNN went as far as having a lie counter on the screen. Hundreds of thousands of lies. White lies, things he got wrong, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do that with every politician, certainly every press secretary. I mean, politicians in general, the whole job is to fucking lie. They're all full of shit with everything they say.
Yeah.
So, I just think for the better of the party, for the better of the country, dude, you did your job.
I think
you awoke some people. You cannot win going forward. I just don't believe it.
I don't think you can deny DeSantis at least getting into the primaries right now. I mean, to at least run. His light will never be brighter.
Yeah.
Fire's never going to be burning hotter than it is right now.
And the country trusts him.
They
believe in him?
No.
On the GOP side, they do.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's all that matters for him running.
Well, right.
I mean, who gives a shit?
And he's the only one that I think can actually handle Trump.
Yeah.
I think standing there toe to toe, I think that he is composed enough. I think he's articulate enough. I think he's educated enough.
Totally.
I think he's, a strong enough candidate, and that he can absorb the petty blows. Now whatever Trump says, the dirt that he has on, which again is okay. If you really want to make
yourself in the foot,
if you really want to make this country great again, if that's what you're actually thinking, then that's.
Dude, he took the bullets for all of them. He did. He stood up to the bullies.
Yeah.
He stood up to the fucking legacy media. He stood up to politicians and the swamp creatures in Washington.
But
and
how'd that work out?
Well, I think it worked out great for what it was. Now it's time to go. You're almost.
But he became. I mean, you can't even say he won. But I mean, I don't think he won the election. But I don't think he won his presidency. I don't think he won.
No,
that
he
term.
never had a shot. They tried to impeach him before he was sworn in.
So that's what I'm asking you. When you say that that he won or whatever, that he did what he was supposed to do, he went up and he got fucking smoked.
Well, In the 2020 election?
Yeah.
He got...
No, not the election. In the 4 years of him being a president.
Oh, yeah.
He got ousted. He's not. He's a pariah now. He's public enemy number one.
Yeah, globally.
So you can say that, yeah, he stood up to him and all that, but he got his dick kicked in.
He did personally.
Right.
Yeah. So when you talk about Make America Great Again, I'm talking about the country, right? I think you and I both are. And for the betterment of the country, he did his part by standing up to these people that we all knew were full of shit, but really showed their true colors during, that 4 years, a year previous to him getting into office, and every day since. Like, they can't let it go. He's the fucking... Trump derangement syndrome is real. I don't care what anyone says. But at this point, okay, you did that. You woke up a lot of people that aren't paying that much attention to what's really going on. And for that, you did your job.
Yeah.
Now, at this point going forward, I don't see a lane where someone like Trump can win. Does he have millions and tens of millions of fans and followers who would fucking die for him? Yes, he does. But that doesn't matter. That's not enough.
When you take him off the ticket, like I said, we talked about, I'm not sure how exactly it works with the GOP, of who gets the nomination, of how that process works, of who actually gets the nod. Right?
Yeah,
whether
the
it's
RNC.
an actual, but I mean, if they just get together on their own little dime and say that's what we want, or is it based on?
I think they
election
can
result?
technically, but that's why you do the primaries and all that.
So
shit.
why wouldn't they just tell him you won't get our nomination? You will not get our nomination.
He'll be a giant baby about it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
fine. Be a fucking giant baby about it.
Yeah,
but you're not going to get the nomination. So if you want this going forward, if you want to help. You can unite us or you can divide us.
Remember what the Dems did in 2020? And they caught a lot of shit for this. And I'll get some of the details wrong, I'm sure. But
when they ass raped Bernie and leapfrogged soup to the front of the line?
But the other thing they did when they were having their debates, they had a shitload of people.
Yeah.
And then they changed the rules and said you had to have a certain amount.
Yeah.
Or you weren't invited. So that left a handful of people that were kind of close and we're making some waves, making some noise that the party itself didn't like. And they went, oh, yeah, you don't qualify for the debates. And so all those people didn't get national TV exposure. And I can't remember who it really fucked over, but it was a couple people that were running for the
Tulsi.
Dems. Tulsi might have been one.
Yeah.
Maybe. No, Elizabeth Warren.
She was out in front there for a while.
Yeah. I don't know.
Kamala Hamilton.
Yeah.
She dropped out early.
Oh yeah, she couldn't win a percentage in California, her home state.
Right. Well, that's historically kind of the way that is, ironically enough.
Not that bad though. Anyway. I just hope for the better of the good of the party.
I would love it if we've been on the DeSantis Gabbard thing for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And calling that shot. If that actually comes to fruition, would be pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah,
it'd be a great call.
And shame on these politicians on the other side when she quit the Dem side, who have not reached out to her and embraced her with open fucking arms.
Yeah, I don't know that they have or haven't or what's really.
I heard an interview and she's like, I haven't heard from
that. I think that was the Rogan one, but that was literally she announced her thing on the show.
Yeah,
so it's not like there had been much time for that to evolve.
I think I saw her on an interview with Tucker too, where she said that.
Maybe
a week or two later. I could be wrong about that, but these scumbags are all looking out for their best interests, their own self-interests.
Yeah,
and
but that'd be fine. I mean, and even that, I would say, don't. All right, good. Fuck those guys. Come on over to Big Team Red.
Yeah.
Like, no, let's try to meet her in the middle.
Yeah.
Let's find somebody. Go, hey, listen, that's where we're at. We want to be here. I don't want you to pull you this side. I want to come to you.
Yeah.
Let's do this in the middle ground.
We know 80% of the country is in that middle swath.
Exactly. Say, look, you have to be. I mean, the sad reality is that you have to be red or blue. You have to be A or B. That's it. You have to be R or D. That's the only way it is, because no third party is ever going to win an election in this fucking country with this shit two-party system.
Yeah.
It is what it is. There's no denying that. So you've left the Democratic Party. The only option for you to actually make any noise.
Didn't she claim to be an independent on Rogan's show?
She did. That's because she didn't have an affiliation. She left the Democratic Party. She's not a Republican, so she is independent technically.
Yeah.
Didn't go libertarian or whatever. She doesn't have an affiliation, so she is just technically an independent, which I think would and I don't know how that works as far as your vice president, your nominee that might be the most brilliant thing you could do.
Yeah.
Is pick a independent to scoop up that middle crowd. And not to mention just obviously we've already said it. I mean, we call even when she was still a Democrat, we were calling to have her run on the ticket.
Yeah, because she was just sensible. You talk about it quite a bit about common sense.
Yeah.
What I have is common sense, and you've got it in droves.
Yeah.
And so does she. Mm-hmm. She can go, wait a minute, that just having guys claim to be girls and then go stomp chicks in their sports. Yeah. Common sense tells you that's not a great idea.
I understand the other sides of that, but we're gonna take a real look at that.
Yeah. President Soup, for his part, he was talking about the Taliban back a few months ago, and was saying that they've been very businesslike and professional. The Taliban,
Al Qaeda, the Taliban.
Yeah, the Taliban, and our dealings with them to this effort. This is a very positive first step. That these guys are showing up in suits and ties. And they're
leaving the goats outside.
Yeah, they're roping their goats up outside. They're not bringing them in and fucking them, in the state house or whatever.
Yep. Not shitting around the floor in the middle of meetings.
No.
Really? It's a step up.
Progress. Heard soon they're going to have actual cement poured for floors.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
wow. Fucking progress.
So they're stepping up. Now the Taliban. So they implemented Sharia law in the 90s. So I think they were in charge from like 96 to 01.
Okay.
Something like that. So they told the United States when we withdrew in 21 that they would offer amnesty for all. And that's where it looks like these guys have really turned a corner.
Yep.
Some of them are even cleaning their beards up a little bit.
Wow.
Some of them even shower once a month.
That's saying something.
Yeah.
That beard is... That's clout.
Yeah.
That's a status.
For sure.
Symbol of how long your beard is.
Yeah.
And if you get the little red tips and the dyes on there, that has...
Is that something? Mm-hmm. Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Okay. His Highness Amir al-Mu'minin...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In a meeting with the judges, examine the files of thieves, kidnappers, and seditionists carefully. Those files in which all the Sharia conditions of had and qisas are fulfilled, you are obliged to implement had and qisas. Spokesman Zabihullah Mujahid tweeted on Sunday. By the way, last week, I don't know if you know this, but women were banned from visiting parks in Kabul.
Smart. Oh, no parks even?
Yeah, smart. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can't just have them out there, all naturing and shit.
Yeah. Can you imagine just having women walk around parks?
Well, yeah, because men can't be oogling at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they got to cover them all up.
Yeah. It's great. I didn't know they'd done that, but it's great. The Taliban have been cooperative in facilitating the departure of American citizens. Yeah, they were cooperative right up until the point when one of their brothers in ISIS or whatever group that was, Al Qaeda, showed up with a giant bomb and blew up 13 American soldiers and maimed hundreds of locals.
Well, we said after you leave, they weren't quite out of there yet at that point. So
yeah, true.
They were still under the gun.
Yeah. They help facilitate the departure of American citizens, lawful permanent residents on charter flights. They have shown flexibility, business-like, professional in our dealings. So the Taliban now wants to go back to stoning and public amputations.
Yeah, well...
Which is a big draw. That's like their MMA, I think.
Sure, yeah, the town square, and it's a good Saturday afternoon out there.
Yeah.
The problem is that you can't give people like that free reign of the country and total control of the country and the government and the laws, and then try and tell them how to govern.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can. Of course you can. But no, you can't stone people. Really? The fuck we can't.
Yeah, it's in our Bible.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Okay, this is my country, not yours. Fuck off.
Yeah.
So,
which is how it's going down.
I know. Well, I mean, it was a losing war. You're not fighting people. You're fighting an ideology, and that's not something that you can win.
Well, if you
can't win the hearts and minds of that.
No, we've tried for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Can you, if you're a woman and you get raped, I mean, obviously you need to stone her to death.
Yeah, whore.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know what you did to get caught in that compromising position where you were raped, even by a family member.
Yep.
So a lot of times they'll have dad come out with his giant beard and
of course,
just stone the shit
kill
out of
his own daughter.
Yeah,
because it's disgraced the family.
right. You know, how dare your hole be penetrated by a rapist, you fucking whore.
Yep.
Yeah. In case you were wondering, hudud refers to offenses which, under Islamic law, certain types of punishment are mandated, while qisas translates as retaliation in kind, eye for an eye.
Exactly.
Yep. Hudud crimes include adultery and falsely accusing someone of it, drinking alcohol, theft, kidnapping, highway robbery, rebellion, and apostasy.
Ooh, I don't know apostasy. What's that?
Well, that's the abandonment of one's religious or political belief.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So if you're like, fuck this,
Wait, wait.
I'm not buying that.
I thought apostles were like religious figures.
Oh, this is apostasy.
Yeah. Okay.
And rebellion. I don't know what a is that like jamming music too loud at 1 a.m?
Maybe. Maybe they tell you to do something, you say no. Stone them.
Yeah. Qisas, by the way, this is kind of cool. Covers murder and deliberate injury, among other things, but also allows for the families of the victims to
This is the eye for the eye?
Yeah.
The crimes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the families, so you can be like, okay, I want him beheaded, hung for people to laugh at, whatever.
Yeah.
Or the families of the victims can't accept compensation. So you could get like a goat.
Get paid out of it. Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
If they've got, I don't know what kind of payment they're using over there, but goats seems like a good one.
Rice and cows is big currency over there.
Okay. So if you've got like a bushel, is it a bushel? A bundle of rice? Is it a bag of rice?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll go.
Like
yeah.
a box of Uncle Ben's isn't going to cut
That's
it.
not going to cut it. No,
Okay.
we're talking pounds.
Yeah. Okay. So if you get one of those weird, sack things filled with
Burlap
rice,
sack full of rice.
and I'd prefer a goat without a blown out asshole, but
Yeah,
I
well,
mean, beggars, who knows? But anyway, it's nice to see they're going back down to their old ways, and
seems very, very professional. I'm glad to see that. They're keeping their end of the bargain.
They know what they believe in.
Yeah,
They're standing by it.
In all honesty, I got no issues with that. I mean, I really do. I mean, it's fucked up as it is.
It's kind of fucked for the chicks. I got to be honest.
Fine, it is.
Yeah.
But that's their belief that we gave them the country back. We tried to put a democracy in there, which is comical, that we have to run around and be a fucking big brother to the world.
Right.
Everybody do it just like us because we're so great.
We're awesome.
This is the only way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Despite your thousands of years of history of doing it your way. We're just going to come in and try to impose our will.
Seems a little brutal when you look at historically that region. You go back to the 70s, 60s, 50s. Like bitches were on display, man. They were running shit. This Sharia law is new.
Reeled it back in.
Yeah. They went back
Kicked
to the
it
Stone
old school.
Ages.
Yeah. No pun intended.
I don't know. As men, like we are,
Yeah.
I wonder if it'd be fun to live over there.
No.
Just take what you want, bang who you want.
but it's
and
not
if you
like
get
that.
caught, they get stoned, not you.
First of all, you have no idea what you're getting.
What do you mean?
It's covered head to toe. I mean, you're really rolling the dice if you want to throw down. I mean, you have no idea what you're getting until
Yeah,
you
but can't you
unwrap
just
that
go,
package.
I want a divorce, I want a divorce, I want a divorce. It's like screaming Beetlejuice 3 times in the mirror. I think you say, I want a divorce 3 times and it's official.
I don't think you have to say it. I think you just fucking kill her.
No, well, there's that too. But if you don't want to kill her,
Yeah.
can they use that vagine again? If you use that vagine, are they allowed to use it on someone else later?
There's some weird rules on that. I'm not sure how that all goes. But as a man, no, it would be awful. It's terrible. It's a miserable existence over there.
Yeah.
I guess if that's all you've ever known, it's fine. It's what you're accustomed to. That's your norm. So maybe it's great, but it sucks. I mean, it is
Hot as balls, straight desert.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost incomprehensible.
You think they're shaving under that fucking
Oh,
black
God,
robe?
no.
You think it's just a fucking
Oh, fuck.
Arab woman?
Oh, yeah.
That's got to be.
Yeah, like head to toe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it would be awful. It's terrible. I mean, besides all of the other negatives,
Yeah.
it just would suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder what society that would be an upgrade from.
You wonder what society?
I mean, like some
North Korea.
Okay, yeah,
Maybe.
maybe, right? Some village in the middle of Africa somewhere where you have to like hopefully kill a gazelle once a month to not starve to death. You know, I don't know. You got to walk 70 miles with a
They seem
basket
happy
on your head.
though.
I'm sure.
Way happier.
Yeah.
And they respect chicks more.
I mean, who else can just have a fly in their eyeball and not even be phased?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be content with life.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm sorry, I forgot to print that out.
Okay. Oh, well, since you just sprung that on me, why don't we do that right now?
There you go.
Hey, you know, it's that time of year. Amazing Black Friday. Well, Jesus.
What? Can't call it that?
I'm okay. Hey, these are not my words. I'm being forced to read this.
Yeah.
Amazing Black Friday deals are finally here, and our friends and OG sponsor
Please
is up
call them
for it.
African American Fridays going forward, please.
I mean, we'll this was completely sprung on me. We'll put this in, fix it in post.
Steve texted me, said there was a new read. I was like, yeah, no problem, I'll pull it. And then I totally forgot.
Yeah,
so.
here we go. Our friend and OG sponsor at Zott Ford have a bountiful inventory that is more plentiful than most. Oh, this will be fixed.
He actually said he does not want you taking liberties with his creative genius. Just putting that out there. Just putting it out there.
For example, they have over 30 F-150s in stock and ready to rock. Zott Ford also has Expeditions, Explorers. Okay, no, I'll just keep it as is. No problem. Explorers, Edges, Escapes, Bronco Sports, and even a couple Mustangs available and ready for you to drive home today. Not to mention their pre-loved inventory is brimming with cars, trucks, and SUVs from all manufacturers and prices that start below $10,000. Plus, our boy Gabara can help you get interest rates as low as 1.9% and lease payments well below $300 a month. Finally, Zott Ford makes buying and leasing simple, fun, fast, and easy, and is still paying absolute top dollar for your trade-in. Get details and surf their Black Friday specials at dealsinthed.com and tell them TDC sent you.
Very good.
I added that part.
Did you?
Yeah. Creative liberties.
Fucking liberties, man. Yeah.
Sorry, Steve.
He said, hope all is well, guys. And tell T-Roy to stop taking liberties with my creative genius.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know he was doing that, Steve. Honestly,
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, I fix typos. I add punctuations.
Yeah.
I minimize run-on sentences. I do things like that. We're on the same team here.
Yeah.
Come on, Kabar.
Love
Love you,
for
buddy.
each other's best interests. Construction was halted at the Obama Presidential Center in Chicago. There after a noose was found
Oh, boy.
in the foundation. So they're building his presidential library,
Yeah.
and this cunt is spending $500 million on his stupid library
Okay.
in Chicago.
Uh-huh. Beetlejuice? Which cunt are we speaking of?
No, we're speaking of Obama.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, $500 million library. They sent me his memoir, you know, his book. It's literally this thick.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
Got stories to tell.
It's ridiculous nonsense. And I think it's like the 8th autobiography he's written. It sells for shit, you know, but he doesn't care. He's King Obama.
Of course.
So he's building this massive $500 million. That's more than Ford Field
Yeah.
for his fucking presidential library.
Wow.
Yeah. But there was a piece of rope found on the site. Shut it all down. Shut it all down.
Is this like a Bubba Wallace type rope?
Yeah.
That we're talking about here?
Yeah, they had to bag it and carry it out to the garbage, and just everyone was so rattled. You know, people like you that work on construction sites, you can imagine how scared you'd be, how threatened you'd be.
A rope with knot in it on a job site? That's insane.
Insane, yeah.
I couldn't possibly picture anything being rigged with that.
So we got to send everybody home. We'll have counselors on the construction site tomorrow. If any of you need to go through this grief.
That part's funny.
Yeah. I don't think they're doing that.
Save that for, yeah.
Yeah.
I think everybody was like, yeah, nooner.
Yeah.
Let's go to the bar.
Yep. Of course they were. The company overseeing construction on the project, Lakeside Alliance, responded to the incident in a statement to the police and will This morning we were informed that an act of hate was discovered at the project site.
Oh, be careful.
We reported the incident to the police and will provide key assistance required to identify those responsible. CBS Mornings host Gail King reported that Lakeside Alliance has now offered a $100,000 reward for information that led to finding the person who was responsible for placing it there. Anyone know if Jussie Smollett was back in Chicago
Right?
this past weekend?
I was going to say, let's make sure, the budget wasn't high enough.
Right.
Throw 100 G's on there.
There have been a shit ton of racial incidents in Chicago that have been claimed. And almost to an incident, not one of them has been real.
Yeah.
99.99999 of these turn out to be fucking hoaxes.
Yep.
And false. So I'm glad we've got a $100,000 offer out
to
there.
make sure that this, and perhaps that's why they know that nothing will pan out of it, so they don't have to pay $100,000.
Yeah.
And who's fronting a $100,000 reward?
The construction company. Yeah.
Okay. Shows you how
Sounds
much
like they wanted the day off on Friday for Veterans Day, maybe.
Perhaps.
Wearing a protective vest and carrying a bag that appeared to contain a length of rope.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, it's like finding a rattlesnake on the set, on the site.
Yeah.
And, getting it in that bag and parading it out in front of the cameras.
Yep.
I was glad to hear this. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, he's a Democrat. He did not let me down. This was very inspiring. Hate has no place in Illinois. The noose is more than a symbol of racism. It is a heart-stopping reminder of the violence and terror inflicted on black Americans for centuries. I condemn this act of hate in the strongest possible terms. That's good to know, because he could have said in the lightest possible terms, in some sort of terms, but he actually said in the strongest possible terms, which really means he's serious about this piece of rope that was found on the construction site.
Sure.
And I'm glad they got all those burly construction guys out of harm's way.
Of course.
While they were there. That would have been, this could have been a much bigger tragedy.
Very scary.
If you'd left, the hard hat team out there, and God knows what could have happened to them. I mean, there was a rope found on the site.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Your boy Google strikes again.
Yeah.
Obama Library, million options, National Archives, NARA, Net Worth, News, New York.
Yeah.
Nonprofit, not a library, have a potential presidential library.
Not black.
Nothing. SE, nothing.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
but Gail King.
I don't understand. Like, there would be pictures galore.
Yeah.
Of this.
You mean like the school when they said that someone put a swastika in their bathroom, on their bathroom mirror in feces, and none of the college kids took a picture of it?
Nothing.
Which is just weird.
Or the Tesla guy, right? Wasn't that the Tesla was having the N-word was written all over the place?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I mean, we never got to see it, but
but they never. Right.
Some of them said it.
Nobody took a picture.
Nobody.
Any of that stuff.
Well, I mean, if I went into a bathroom and saw a swastika in human shit,
I would take a picture of it.
I'd clean it up. I'd just clean it up.
Would you?
Yeah, because it's so offensive.
Yeah.
And then I would tweet about it, but without the picture, because
That's
it's
smart.
so offensive.
You don't want to perpetuate that stuff.
Yeah, and that's one thing we know about college-age kids, big thinkers, thinking ahead. None of them would take a picture in a communal bathroom of a swastika and shit. None of them would take a picture of that.
No.
They'd clean it off.
What do you? I mean, do you just like smear it on the finger and then do it, or do you just pick it up like a king size Sharpie and write with it?
Well,
just
you've got a hard enough shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess consistency matters.
We never got to see it.
Yeah, right.
Because they were just like, let's clean it up and move on. This is really tough on
If you had
people.
a good one, if you could just take it and stick it on the wall like that.
Yeah, leave it like a coat hanger.
Yeah, stick it
or
out.
a robe hanger.
Like a carrot on a snowman's nose, sticking out.
My guess is it would have, maybe if it was Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo.
Yeah.
You could. Yeah, maybe with him you could. The Obama Foundation, they've come out, called this a shameless act of cowardice and hate, designed to get attention and divide us. Mm-hmm. Our priority is protecting the health and safety of our workforce. Well, they did that by getting all those burly men off the construction site, really, really looking out for their best interests, We have notified authorities who are investigating the incident.
This evening, Mayor Lightfoot adding to
Sorry.
What was that?
No.
There it is.
I tried to pull the picture up, and they did some stupid ad thing.
Yeah. So Chicago Mayor and confirmed Beetlejuice and human ghoul Lori Lightfoot confirmed the police department was investigating the situation and would continue to keep her apprised of any new developments.
Okay.
Nobody loves a good fake racist story like this idiot.
Now, let me put this over here. Now, I will say that looks noosey.
Yeah, a little noosey.
Right there. I mean, I don't know what else. There's a lot of rope going on there, but I guess it's probably a big building. If you want to hang them from the rafters, you need to do that. So it's hard to say exactly what's going on there, but that definitely looks noosey.
Why wouldn't you hold that up for the cameras and go, look what we found?
It's evidence, man.
Look what we found.
Wonder if we can get into this guy's text messages right now.
Yeah, sure looks like
see what's going on there, right?
Yeah. His wife expands that and is like, who the fuck is this bitch?
Right. Carry it, make sure it looks like a noose when you take it out of there.
By the way, jumping to this grand conclusion, how do you know that at midnight, the night before, there wasn't some down on his luck, totally depressed person
that tried to do it?
that went as far as creating a noose to hang himself, and then thought better of it, chickened out, whatever.
A divine intervention, perhaps.
Yeah, and then dropped it and moved on. But no, it's a fact. This act of cowardice, blah blah blah. Lori Lightfoot, who's got nothing good to say ever. All she can lean on is everybody else is racist. Just wanted you to know, in case you forgot, everybody's racist. This afternoon, I was made aware of a disturbing, hateful incident that occurred near the Obama Presidential Library construction site. Racism and racist symbols have no place in Chicago, and those inciting it will be held responsible for this repulsive act. I hope they're held as responsible as Jussie Smollett was.
Of course.
Because they really put the boot to him. I think he was in jail for 5 hours.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a real victim here.
Yeah. He chalked himself up, remember, and poured bleach on himself.
Yeah.
And then put that noose around his own neck, and that was crazy.
Left it on.
Yeah, left it on. What an asshole.
Oh my God, that was such garbage.
Yeah. Speaking of racism, I'm not saying it doesn't exist. Obviously, it exists, but
sure, it is a thing.
You want some evidence when you're looking for racism, and we've got a white teacher. He's not my favorite white racist teacher. Obviously, that goes to Paul.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's
who puts the H on the end of it. That guy, Paul Dawson.
Exactly.
Greatest video in the history of the internet.
It is.
It's hard to debate that. The tire to the head of the Brazilian man is fantastic as well.
Did you see the one that there was a double, the motorcycle in the tunnel that got hit by the same tire twice?
What?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
It goes all the way up, right? And then I'll see if I can find it. But
like a tunnel that the car drives
I'm pretty sure it's in a tunnel. If I'd have to see it again for sure. I'm pretty sure it's in a tunnel. And I don't know, it starts with him getting hit, knocked off the bike, and the tire goes off into the distance.
Sure.
Well, the cars are coming the other way, and I think it gets hit by a car and comes back. And now at this point, he's got his motorcycle or scooter, whatever it is, off to the side. He's trying to get it fixed or get back on it or whatever. And now cars have started going on his side, and this thing dodges all the other cars now going this way, comes through and hits him again.
Really?
It's one of the most amazing things.
Someone sent me one, too. If you can find that, I'd love to see it.
Let's see.
Someone sent me one, too, where a tire comes flying out of nowhere, and there's a woman or man, I can't remember, but standing by a bus. When you're waiting for the bus, and they've kind of got the bench with the clear box, around it. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
So
fan
the
of the clear box.
Huh?
I'm a fan of the clear box.
Yeah. So this lady's standing on the outside, of the clear box, and this tire comes screaming, and she sees it or he sees it, and kind of is like, "Whew, that just barely missed me." This thing comes screaming across, blasts into the glass box, and then right back into her head.
Oh,
and
yes, the ricochet.
Bam. Yeah, the ricochet. It's great. Still not as good as the Brazilian.
Well, I present my case to you, sir.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Is there any audio?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably not. Surveillance. Okay. Well.
So he just got drilled.
He just got taken out by this tire. So you kind of missed the first hit here, but boom, clearly.
Okay, I see the tire.
Taken out.
He's like, what the fuck?
All right, gets a scooter. The thing goes up and around.
All right, that stinked. Better get over here where it's safe.
All right, now look, traffic's coming back across.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Get my bearings so I can get back onto the road.
And watch out. Here comes Tire again. It's coming back down the road. Goes through all the shit. Comes through and and gets my man again.
What the fuck, dude?
Who did you piss off in another life?
What did you say about God earlier that day?
Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
That's got to be rarer than a lightning strike.
I would think. Twice by the same
tire.
Boom.
Are we sure it's the same tire? That's a big-ass tire,
It's a big-ass tire. That's
no bullshit.
And look at, they got TYRE for the tire. Well, that's how they do it over there in
yeah.
Xinjiang.
Yep.
Xinjiang province.
Xinjiang province.
But yeah, look at oh my God, anybody see that? Look at fuck, dust my legs off here.
Use a
Man,
witness, man.
Hope my scooter's okay. My
Damn.
goodness, what? Look out, waiting for little traffic to clear. Oh my gosh, look at that! Boom!
Oh. Look at him jump up like, who the fuck?
I mean, it's not like a knockout like the other ones where there's just straight death.
He had
but
to.
That tire's as big as him.
Oh yeah,
look
it's a double tire.
Double. Oh my goodness! Wow. That's so. There you go.
Love it. Fantastic.
Yeah, there you go.
So, anyways, we've got a teacher in Texas.
Okay.
He's been placed on leave after telling a group of middle school students that he's ethnocentric. Mm-hmm. Video has been widely shared online, including by record producer Southside. Not familiar with his work, but his son was in the class. Everyone knows my son, Baby Sizzle. Of course we do.
Southside's kid, Baby Sizzle.
Shit, yeah. Hell yeah. Baby Sizzle's in middle school, and he's in the classroom.
Oh, boy.
I'm raising him to be strong and to voice his opinion no matter what. He called me the other day and said, Dad, I have a C. I'm trying to get my grade up, but my teacher's racist.
Okay. Well,
but two things can be true at the same time. Your teacher can be racist.
Yes, but that may not be why you have a C.
Yeah, you could probably prevent evidence to go, look, dude, I aced every fucking test I've had this semester. How do I have a C? Get it looked at that way. Instead of doing mediocre shit work in class, Baby Sizzle, and then blaming it on your racist teacher just because you can.
I mean, just the fact that he's Baby Sizzle leads me to believe that he's not necessarily applying himself.
Yeah.
I think he's leaning on his dad's fucking street cred.
Yeah, Southside.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I thought he was trying to say because of his grade, I thought he was trying to say because of his grade. So today he sends me these videos. This man told my child, blah, blah, I don't understand how we're still in a world where I am probably more intelligent. I have accomplished way more in life than this guy. Legally, my son wants an education, and he's being denied that. This shit is said. This is Austin, Texas. This hurts my heart to see this. I'm so angry. I'm lost for words, but I will stand up for my child and other black and Spanish kings and queens. The video.
Yeah, well, I mean, especially if you're going to teach kids, man.
Oh, boy, they throw kings and queens around a lot, don't they?
Yeah, they sure
I
do.
mean, I'd be honest to God. If everybody that I've seen in, these videos or statements was actually a king or a queen, very few have I gone, no, that's definitely a king or a queen.
No.
Definitely.
Even King James can
Fuck off. Yeah, he can eat dicks too. Yeah. All right, you want to watch the teacher?
Let's see.
Okay. She's in a middle school class.
Deep down in my heart, I'm ethnocentric, which means I think my race is the superior one.
Hear him out.
So, white is better than all.
No, let me finish.
Go ahead.
I think everybody thinks that. They're just not honest about
Hey,
it.
I'm not racist though. I like all types of kinds.
Did I say I don't like people?
People only think
Wait,
that.
so you said you are what? You are
You
racist?
saying you're like
No, I didn't say he's racist.
Everybody's a racist at that level.
No, but you said you are racist.
I did. Yeah, I'm trying to be honest.
Yes, I'm racist.
No, I'm not saying it again. I've said it enough.
So you're
I
racist.
think I slightly feel you can stop speaking.
Put your phone up.
I respected you.
I'm
I
putting
actually
the phone up.
respected you for a while, but like
I'm putting the
now
phone up.
I don't even got no more respect.
Pause it, T.
Okay.
Back it up. And I want you to tell me if you can pinpoint the moment when the teacher realizes this is probably not the best idea. That this didn't go off the way he thought it was going to go off. You know what I mean? Because I think there's a distinct
White.
moment.
I'm going to go right about here.
No, let me finish. I think everybody thinks that. They're just not honest about
Hey,
it.
I'm not racist.
I think it's coming up.
Oh, I know.
Did I say I don't like people?
People only think
Wait,
that.
so you said
He
you
realizes
are
he's
what?
losing now.
Right?
You are
You
racist?
saying you're like
Now.
I
You're
think
racist?
everybody's a racist at
Not
that
yet.
No,
level.
Well,
you
no,
said
you're
you
right.
are racist.
I did. Yeah, I'm
Say
trying to
it.
be
Yes,
honest.
I'm racist.
No,
Still
I'm
not
saying
yet.
it again. I've said it enough.
Right there.
So
Yeah.
you're
I
racist.
think I should like tell you to stop speaking.
Yes, you said
Put your phone up.
I respect you.
Now he knows this is a real problem.
But is that put your phone up like to record it, or put your phone up like put it down? What's
I
that
don't
mean?
know. I don't know.
Put your phone up.
Is he not aware of the king and or queen behind him filming?
You know, you should have more respect because I'm.
I mean, it's not a good look on any level.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, first of all, even if you believe it, you should probably just shut the fuck up and not say it, especially in
Don't want to bring that
class.
to a middle school class filled with black kids.
But to defend him on some level.
Okay, good. I was waiting for this.
Cool. I'm not saying, and he's not saying that. I would think deep down, on some level, he's probably right. That everybody thinks that their race, is superior, and I don't mean it. I don't mean it in like
race is more.
I don't mean it like in white supremacy meanings, like we're better than all. Like you think that like the African nations think. I mean that they have to believe that they're the supreme race, right?
Yeah.
Like I would think the Asian. The Chinese or whatever believe that they're the supreme race. Like I'm not on a racist level. I'm just saying to try and defend on some level. I'm not saying it's okay or not. Doesn't make it. It's not whether or not it's okay. It's whether or not it's true.
Yeah.
And those are two different things.
I don't know why he felt the need to say it.
I don't either. I'm not defending that part of it either. I'm
Right.
just trying to say that I'm assuming this is a fairly intelligent person, and possibly he was trying to make a point on this that he didn't get out or didn't articulate right, or maybe he's a racist piece of shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and do what we do these days and extend the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, very rare.
And,
Very rarely used.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely underutilized. But I think if you really want to have a real conversation and drop all the bullshit, I think on some level he's right. I think everybody, every race sort of believes that about themselves.
Okay, let me.
And I don't mean I'm not saying that white is the best. I'm saying that every
well, obviously
race,
we all know white is best.
Clearly.
It goes without saying. But
I think every race feels that about
whites,
themselves. Is
male
my
whites are best, and then it goes down to
That's it.
yeah,
Everything else
number
is
one,
just
and then everything else
super
is
subpar.
way lower behind it.
Yeah.
Do you think this is something where culturally there are differences, right? You look at the way black people dress versus white people, or what sort of things people are into. You know, like their
influences,
their influences, their the way they're raised. Like everybody, they're all different, and so you've got stuff where it might make black people uncomfortable to go to a traditional cracker ass, church or Christmas dinner and see everybody buttoned up and wearing their sweaters, and black people might celebrate it different. You know what I mean? And they're whatever cultural differences that they share. Hairstyles are different.
Yeah.
Everything's different. And so is it possible that it's like, I just really love what I'm comfortable with. I love how my Thanksgiving family dinners are. I love how my hairstyles are.
Well,
it's not so much like
that's
you
a
think
big part
you're better
of it.
than
Exactly right. I didn't know. And that's a fine line of whether you're better than them or exactly like you said. It's just what you're used to. Like Black America laughs at white people mostly, right? We're the stupid, goofy, whitey crackers, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But so on that level,
I mean, it makes me cry myself to sleep every night. But other than that,
it's
sure.
fine. And do better.
Yeah.
But but they don't. So I would think that they feel the same way. I mean, I know the trials and tribulations of the African American community in this country have not gone well.
Yeah.
But when you just talk about how they feel culturally about every other race, they feel that they're superior.
Blacks do?
Yeah, every race. I mean, that was just an example that I'm making.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just trying to defend it. But I can see where that ideology carries some weight. It doesn't make it racist. It doesn't make it, everybody else is a piece of shit.
Does it
it's
matter?
just your comfort level, what you're accustomed to, and what you...
To me, and I think I could speak for you here. If some black guy was on one of these videos and said the same thing, I'm ethnocentric, and I believe that the black race is a superior race to all other races. Like, I would just laugh at that. I'd be like, you racist idiot.
Well,
It wouldn't ruin my day. You wouldn't need to call counselors in to be there for the students. We wouldn't need a national fucking day off. Like, it would just be laughable to me. Why is it not laughable ever?
The definition of ethnocentric is evaluating other peoples and cultures according to the standards of one's own culture.
My culture's way better than.
But so by definition,
Fucking
you're
A.
exactly right. Of what you're used to, what you're accustomed to, what is your normal is what you judge everybody else based on.
And I'm right.
And if anybody does things different than what you do, then that's just different, and you view it differently. You not necessarily that it's worse, but that's how you judge it and how you see things.
Yeah.
That was the point I was trying to make, as far as it's not that, and I'm not going to go down the whole clan route that the whites are the superior race and all that shit. It's a bridge
too far for you.
I'm separating it because I don't think that's where he was going with it.
Are you sure about that? Because
maybe he was, maybe he wasn't.
He seemed like he really wanted to get that off his chest. It sounded to me the way the second half of that video, way that plays out.
Yeah, let me hear what he says.
He realizes, oh fuck, I'm about to be out of a gig. They didn't hear what I thought, how it was going to come out.
And that could be where he's not articulating himself properly.
And Troy, I've been there. Yep. I've played conversations in my mind on this show and then spit them out and had you guys go, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I thought that was going to go a lot different. I thought people would get the joke or they would understand what I was saying, and it blows up in your face. Yeah. I don't know why you would ever try and pull that with a middle school classroom, but...
Well, again, if there was a point to what he's trying to make, and again, this is a video that's just a snippet and could have been part of a much larger conversation about this topic. Yeah. And this is just a snippet in there.
Well, they decided to start filming at that point for a reason.
Yeah, and maybe, who knows?
So it could have been 10 minutes of conversation before that.
Right, and again, I'm not defending the guy. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate and see how you could say something like this.
Let's play it one more time.
Yeah, I'd like to hear exactly how.
Because he sounded pretty fucking white nationalisty to me.
Well,
a little bit.
But now that
that's coming from me.
Now that you understand the definition of ethnocentric, maybe let's listen to it.
Say it again. What was
ethnocentric. It's evaluating other peoples and cultures according to the standards of one's own culture.
Yeah, I'm with him then, because my Christmases are way better than any other places I've seen.
Okay.
Way better. So are my Thanksgivings, for that matter.
Oh, shit. It went fucking... We got to the next one here. How do we get back?
Go back. Top left. Arrow back.
That one will take me back one, because it looked like it's...
And then go forward. Or that one right there. That one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I didn't have to get out of there.
That's fine.
Okay, so let's listen to him one more time.
Okay.
Deep down in my heart, I'm ethnocentric, which means I think my race is the superior one.
So white is better than all.
No, let me finish.
Go ahead.
I think everybody thinks that. They're just not honest about it.
Hey, I'm not racist though. I like all types of kinds.
Did I say I don't like people?
People only think
Wait,
that.
so you said you are what? You are
You
racist?
saying you're like
I think everybody's a racist at that level.
No, but you said you are racist.
I did. Yeah, I'm trying to be honest.
I'm racist.
No.
Yeah, see, there he goes. You said you were racist. He was like, yeah, I did. I did. Okay. Again,
trying to be
I'm not
honest.
defending this guy, and I'm not saying that he's not a world-class piece of shit. That's not my point.
Yeah.
I was just trying to expand upon what he may have been trying to say.
Yeah.
And I can see some validity there in the grand scheme of things. Mm-hmm. But again, a time and a place for everything, and that was not it.
Yeah, well, they've done the things. Staff have checked in with students today. Our counselors, administrators are available. If your student wants to discuss the situation further, we want to guarantee and ensure the safety of all our students.
I mean, is he just blown out?
No, he's on leave right now.
Under investigation.
Yeah, the Pflugerville School District has got him on leave. We apologize for any undue stress or concern this has caused. As always, we appreciate the support of our families and the community. It's not known if he's paid or not. And I'd love to be able to give you an update on how Baby Sizzle's doing.
Yeah.
But I don't have one. I don't know if he's, seeking help somewhere. Obviously, this had to be very, very traumatizing.
Sure.
For him to have a middle-aged white man say some idiotic shit in his class. Yeah. I mean, I know in my career in school, if any teacher ever said any idiotic thing, it would have stayed with me for life.
For sure. Yeah.
That's how much they meant to me and how much I respected them, that anything they said could have affected my personal existence. Mm-hmm. So, I just hope Baby Sizzle can see his way through this. There's better things ahead, Baby Sizzle.
Yeah, yep.
You know what I mean?
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
I don't know that he'll be fine.
Oh, he's gonna be fine. He's got fucking what the hell was Daddy DJ's name?
Southside.
Southside, that's
Southside.
Right. My dude.
Yeah.
Insurance, we all need it. Most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who even provides it. Let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasik from Wasik Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business and offers all types of insurance coverage: auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. So call Brent Wasik at 734-455-1900 and get a free no-obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900 and ask for Brent Wasik at Wasik Insurance.
I don't know how you feel about sounding.
Sounding?
Yeah. We've done a couple stories over the last year about sounding. Mm-hmm. Some people might not recall what that is. That's when you're inserting stuff into your dick hole.
Oh, yeah, no, okay. I had to make sure of that.
A lot of times it's a metal object or a glass object.
Sure, because it says the action or process of measuring the depth of the sea or other body of water. Okay.
No, it's a different kind of sounding.
Okay,
there's other ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we better go Urban Dictionary on that one.
Yeah.
Sounding is the act of inserting a metal rod into your urethra. Sounding tubes are meant to be used medically, but some people figured out that they experience sexual pleasure from the act. The reason for this being that the sounding tube can reach very sensitive parts inside of your penis that, if stimulated, can create some very intense orgasms.
Yeah.
Orgasms. I tried sounding for the first time, and it felt better than having sex for the first time. I'm reading the quote.
Sorry.
Use it in a sentence of Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
No, I did not, have not, and will not try sounding.
Would you rather dock or sound?
Dock.
Really?
Yeah. There is nothing about shoving something up my dick hole.
Yeah.
That's just, that's a fucking Chinese finger lock with that's
Chinese
not shoving.
Finger lock is docking.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'd rather that than shove something down my dick hole.
So some guy takes his fucking.
Okay, listen. You gave me the options, asshole.
I know.
I'm not jumping out to do either. But between the two,
you should have said what I was going to say, which is neither.
Fine. Okay.
T wants to fucking dock.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Docking is the insertion of one man's glands into the foreskin of another's. Mm-hmm. For those that don't know.
I would play it, but I cannot.
No.
Sadly.
iPad's dead.
The machine is
79.
dead.
79-year-old Japanese man got a 90-inch skipping rope stuck in his bladder.
90-inch?
Mm-hmm. Inserting it through his penis in what one medic described as the most extreme case they'd ever seen.
Holy shit.
I saw pictures, and it's all just wrapped up in there. And
oh, my God.
Scans show how the over 2 meter thin rope, what does that mean? What is a 2 meter thin rope?
Well, 2 meters is like, a meter is like 3 foot, so it's like 6 foot. It's a jump rope.
Okay.
Jump rope.
Yep.
And thin being thin.
Okay.
It's not you're not talking like millimeters of the diameter of the rope.
Okay.
You're talking about
that's what I wanted to clarify.
Skipping rope, as they say.
It did not have handles. So a lot of times they'll have those wooden handles on the skipping rope. It had become tightly coiled inside the man's bladder. That made it impossible for medics to pull it out the way it came in. So they had to cut into his bladder to surgically extract it. The man did not tell doctors why he had inserted the rope, but putting objects into the opening of the penis is a risky sexual act.
Yeah. And
God, nothing about that sounds
it sounds
pleasurable.
Awful.
Yeah.
But I have so many questions.
Yeah.
I couldn't shove a rope into a fucking Coke can.
Yeah.
How are you gonna shove it down a dick hole all the way up into your fucking
bladder?
What? Your bladder? Is that where it was all coiled up? I guess
Yeah.
that makes sense. That's connected to the pee hose.
Yeah.
How the fuck? I could see something solid, stiff, that you could put in there. Or
Yeah.
do you
like a pencil?
Do you put something in there to like spread it out and make it a gape and then thread the rope down in
I
there?
don't know.
And once it gets in and bottoms out, how does it get to keep going? I mean, it's
Yeah. Think about this dude's 79.
try fuck with a soft dick. Shove that in there.
Sucks. I've been there.
And
You got
times that by a million.
You got to squeeze the base really hard.
Right. Get it in, and then
start
hopefully it feels good enough to grow once it's there. I get it.
Wake the fuck back
but
up.
the rope's not going to grow ever.
No.
So I don't get it. I don't get it.
And by the way, you don't listen, old man. You don't get to take a knee on why you did this. If you end up in the hospital with fucking 6 feet of rope up your dick hole,
Yeah.
you owe that to us at a minimum to explain what the hell you were doing.
I think it's pretty obvious what he was doing.
Well, we don't know. Maybe someone did it to him.
I don't think that's the option.
It's not likely, but you know. The elderly man originally attended the university's medical center complaining of dysuria, painful burning sensation when I whiz.
Yeah, because it's running out the rope.
Yeah.
Like
When medics investigated, they found a large object
like a tiki
accompanied by
torch.
acoustic shadows inside the bladder. The man was then forced to admit, yes, I inserted skipping rope into urethra of Panus.
Oof.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, fucking mad credit for getting that in there. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
And
Does that mean, what if he's...
I mean,
what if-
that's got to be years of practice to be able to get.
Well,
there.
he's 79. He's probably been doing it
That's
for
not your
40
first time.
years.
You don't get a rope in there. Like you got to start with like a, I don't know, McDonald's straw or a fucking.
Or a piece of string.
Again, no. Explain that to me.
Well,
a
you
string.
ball it up, you put it in the pee hole, and then you pencil shove it up there or something.
Oh, then you shoved a pencil up your dick hole, not a string.
Well, that's fine.
Okay.
Fair enough. So
Oh.
they had to transurethral extraction was difficult considering the length of the rope and it had tangled up all in the bladder. Traditionally, grasping forceps and retrieval baskets are used to remove foreign bodies. So they would stick grasping forceps. Those are the ones with a handle that open and close, right?
Yeah, I
like
think
for
so.
a pregnancy.
Yeah. Like hemostats.
I don't know.
Or are you talking about the?
They stick that in the dick hole, widen it, and then they
open
get in
her
there
up.
with tweezers or something?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Now, do you think this means that this 70-year-old Japanese man, it might be really easy to stick 6 feet of rope up your dick hole if your dick is like The Hangover, the Asian man from The Hangover?
You a little tiny one?
Yeah.
Because it's you only got like that much of
Yeah,
the.
you've got literally a cap sticking out of
And then
the
it goes into the
bushes.
giant fucking bladder, so you just got to get through that first inch and a half
Yeah.
and then get it in there.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
know,
if
man.
you're, dude, it'd be way harder if you were a fucking 9
Yeah, to get it down a fucking full on.
Yeah, because you couldn't like get in
Well,
there to keep
that's why
pushing it
that's
through.
why it doesn't make sense to me. I can't fathom how that's even possible.
Well, have the tiniest dick on earth.
Okay.
And this 79-year-old Japan man might have.
That's probably a safe bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh boy. Hey, and I'm all for everyone's kink, man. You do what you're gonna do. Don't
Do
hurt
you, dog?
anybody, especially that one.
Yeah.
That's a victimless crime. You wanna mess with your pee hole? Good on you. Whatever.
Would you like to see his browser history?
Nope.
Yeah, because I imagine it's 79, closing
There's
in
nothing
on
about
80.
that man I want to see.
No. But I imagine it's 79 if you're doing this.
Actually, I'd like to know how low his dick is.
Yeah, I sort of would too.
Look at that little
You-
guy.
you look at that.
Look at
that wee
Is that what's
dick.
that poking out of that big bush?
Oh,
What is
man,
that?
look at you. Look at you, you little thimble. What are you doing? Cut it out, thimble.
Show him. He just drops a 9-inch hammer on the
Hammer
table.
on the table, yeah. No, I saw the x-rays, and sometimes you can kind of make out
Yeah.
what kind of dick you're dealing with.
Sure. No luck.
No, with this one, it was just bladder and then what looked
Some
like
rope.
a ball of yarn.
Oh, okay.
know?
So it looked like Obama's bag.
Yeah, exactly. The Presidential Library. Thank God they got those burly construction guys off that site. I mean, real danger they were in.
Clearly.
Really were. Really were. All right. Should we do some email?
Okay, dokie.
Got Monday Night Football tonight. We got to do a DFAST show tomorrow.
Okay, dokie.
Yeah.
Lots
Okay.
going on.
Huh?
Lots going on.
Lots going on, always. Okay. Well, apparently Twitter hasn't been liberated yet. Didn't know this was so offensive. Oh well. Hi, Huge Penis. Your account, Huge Penis, has been locked for violating Twitter rules. Violating our rules against abuse and harassment. So Huge Penis.
Was that Hugh G. Penis?
No, it's Hugh, Gepenis.
Okay.
Huge Penis.
All right. Sounds Greek.
So the Huge Penis wrote to, it does, at Erica Report, you want someone arrested for wearing a hat, but Trump is the dictator. You must be a blast to hang out with at parties.
And that was what?
Well, they deemed abuse and harassment.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're a big follower of at Hugh Penis,
Yeah. Not for long.
yeah, I don't know.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know where this Twitter thing goes, where this ends. Like I said, I think there's going to be a
People
lot
are
of
fucking with it a lot.
Going to be a lot of mistakes. Well, yes, of
They
course, they're going to push the limits, and that's going to put it even in a weirder circumstance, situation
Blow 'em out.
where you have to
Fucking blow them out across the
that's-
board. You want to get cute as I'm trying to rebuild this company from scratch?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I
Bye-bye.
know, I know, but that's
Don't
kind
need
of
you here.
The problem is that sort of goes against everything that he says he stands for.
Except
I know
what they're doing, Troy, is impersonating people.
Yeah.
They're going
And that's
on and
fine.
impersonating as many people as they can. And he's been crystal clear. The number one thing that will get you permanently suspended
Yeah.
is faking that you're someone you're not.
and that's fine.
And so he's
But this one I have a
that's
question about.
crystal clear as far as a rules violation.
Yeah, if that's a rule violation,
That
that's fine.
one-
That's why I have questions. That's
And
what I'm saying.
who knows? He might have sent that email 2 weeks ago.
Perhaps. I don't know.
All right. From Forey.
Oh, hi, Forey.
Yeah, Forey's great.
Buddy.
Hello, Mike and T-Roy. No need to put this out on your daily psalm. Too late. You don't get
Yeah,
to tell
well,
us
here
that.
you go. Yeah, exactly. You submitted.
If you folks don't have plans for the Thanksgiving holiday, there is no sense eating a cold turkey sandwich. You're more than welcome to join us for brunch at our exclusive table. Had to say it. Either way, we'll break bread and hope to see you fine folks in the not-too-distant future.
Oh, that is an absolutely lovely offer. And
It
Forey,
is.
if I were in town, I would probably take you up on that.
Yeah, me too.
When I will be out of town for this holiday season. Thank you.
You know what? My parents stay in town to do Thanksgiving with me,
Yep.
and then they fuck right off. As soon as Thanksgiving's over, they're like, all right, we're out of here.
Time to go.
And they bolt Michigan. So thank you for the invite for you. Unfortunately, we will not be able to make it this time around. But
I'm going to be where Prince Charles spent his honeymoon
oh, I know where that is.
in Diana.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, somehow I doubt that.
Yeah. Hey, man, you and T-Roy completely missed on Prop 3.
Okay. Oh, of course. Of how it's you can do it for the trans and it's going to be all the kids. I get it. I know.
You believe what you were told. That is an abortion proposition. It's way beyond.
I know there's more shit in there.
Of course. Example, I had a buddy who knocked up his wife and the pregnancy. Oh, man, that's gross. Oh, get that thing out of here. It's gross.
That thing's blown out.
It's all blown out.
Well, not once it's pregnant. It's only after birth.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
shove
plumbing's
that
still intact as long as you get rid of that thing.
Yeah.
Or
okay.
or put the zipper hole in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put the Ziploc bag in the belly. That's a good way to go.
Yeah, sure. So he knocked up his wife, and the pregnancy hormones hit her hard, like she was a 3-day psych hold. She was released and still pregnant, and was regularly seeing a therapist. She went into early labor while in her therapy session, was taken to the hospital, gave birth to their son, and all is well. Under Prop 3, if she was at a therapist and said, I don't think I can do this, and the kid's head pops out, the therapist could bash its skull in with a hammer, and it would be considered a legal abortion. Don't believe me? Here's the language. And then the language. Notwithstanding the above, the state may regulate the provision of abortion care after fetal viability, provided that in no circumstance shall the state prohibit an abortion that, in the professional judgment of an attending healthcare professional, is medically indicated to protect the life or physical or mental health of the pregnant individual. State shall not discriminate in the protection or enforcement of this fundamental right. So, in the, quote, professional judgment of the healthcare professional, her therapist is a mental health care professional. Aborting that baby at birth protects the mental health of the pregnant individual. Now, you're probably thinking that's crazy. There's other laws that would prevent this from happening. Ordinarily, you would be correct. However, and then goes on to this thing that I can't understand.
Again, I mean, that seems like a very extreme example.
Yeah.
There are a lot of there are a lot of factors that would have to fall out for that to happen. I'm not saying that it's perfect, and I stand by my thing. But more than anything, fuck that baby.
Yeah.
Fuck that baby.
Yeah. I don't care about
shit.
that baby.
It's not my
either.
baby. Fuck that baby.
Yeah. I'm in complete
I
agreement
voted
with
yes
the
on
fuck that
3.
baby.
Fuck that baby. Sorry.
Any state law is invalidated when it comes in conflict with this amendment. That includes parental consent. If a 14-year-old gets pregnant, they can get an abortion without the parents knowing. You might not think that's a big deal. Not really. But it's a traumatic experience for anyone. She could probably use some family support post-abortion. Final point. Remember Dr. Kermit Gosnell? No. Ran a butcher shop abortion clinic in Philly. He's currently serving a life sentence, being found guilty of 7 murders, including severing the spinal cord of fetuses born live using scissors.
Wow. Okay.
So he cut a spine of a baby with scissors? Horrible shit. Under Prop 3, the crimes for which he was convicted would be legal. This wasn't a simple abortion amendment. It's way beyond that. You were misled. No, Luke, I wasn't misled. I just didn't pay that much attention.
Yeah, and
I'll be honest with you.
Listen, there's pork in all of it.
Yeah.
There's good and bad of it.
Yeah.
And it's funny when we first talked about leading up to the election, we're like, we got to go through these and figure it out and see what we got to do.
Yeah.
So we didn't do a whole lot of research before going into it, and got a message or a comment or something on someone. And they said, hey, yeah, vote, no, yes, no, whatever it was. That's whatever it was. And I thought, fuck you.
Whoa.
Don't tell me how to vote.
Yeah.
I don't care how you vote. I didn't ask you how you voted.
True.
Do not tell me how to vote.
Preach.
So to all of that.
No one likes being told what to do.
No, the whole point of the vote is that it's your personal choice.
I think a lot of people, a lot of people are proud that they've done their homework and they know kind of what's in these things.
Sure.
And assuming that a lot of people are not, it's like, hey, I know how you believe.
Yeah.
Sort of. No, yes, no is good on this for someone with your beliefs. Now you can easily say, go fuck yourself, dude.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But
I don't have an issue with people doing that. I guess I'm not going to listen to them.
Well, that's fine, but I don't know where they're coming from either.
Yeah.
So for me to just take somebody to what they say,
if you do that, you're a moron. If you're just going to take someone else's
exactly
advice.
right. But again, I never asked for anyone's opinion of how they're going to vote, because not only do I not care, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
So that's fine, and that's your opinion. How you vote is your God-given right.
Yep.
And so is mine.
If you want to get involved in the discussion, walters@detroitcast.com. Send us your emails. James, your buddy, writes in, the best pilot in the world. Again, T-Roy is always trying to slob gobble on mental patient cock. What the fuck? I don't want any mental patient anywhere but a padded room. What happens in the middle of the world's greatest flight when the mental patient comes to its senses, realizes what a waste of skin it is, and ends it all. Godspeed, T-Roy, and your wonderful Pollyannish wokeness, I guess. Sad ending to our beloved co-host.
Okay. All right, James. Sure, buddy.
Troy is very good at playing a little bit of, not devil's advocate, but just continuing the conversation.
Sure.
So I don't know if, you got on the flight and saw Dee Snider standing there in a skirt, if you'd be like, awesome.
Cup check. Yeah.
Or if you'd be like, oh, shit, I forgot my other bag. I'll be back in a minute. Like I would. It would freak me out. But, I have a certain level of professionalism I want out of my surgeons, my pilots. And, if you're going to make something so much about you and not understanding, like, how important, a professional buttoned up surgeon is, a professional buttoned up pilot is, when they're literally holding the lives of human beings in their hands in that moment, and all you care about is having fucking crazy blush and eyelashes and fake titties and a skirt, and like, dude, I'll catch the next one. That's just me. I'll catch the next flight.
Okay.
And so you knob gobble on them all you want.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah,
that's exactly
well,
what I do.
Hey, I didn't say it.
James says it has to be true.
Well, there you go. It's about time you're coming around on this team. All right, let's get out of here. Let's call it a day there. Okay. Again, send your emails, walters@detroitcast.com. I love reading them. T loves reading them. They're always welcome. And with that, we will call it a day. Look for a new DFAST tomorrow. We'll talk to Greg about the unfortunate school shooting with the football players involved at University of Virginia.
Yeah.
And another TDC episode as well. So have a great one, everybody. Fuck that baby's right. See you tomorrow.